time for a little bit of this. That good earth. Welcome to another video. Today we are going to sit amongst the trees, do some sketching, and talk about bliss. May I? This is quite cozy. It's probably the coziest tree I've ever been in. This is pretty much where I want to be all of the time. Sitting in a tree with my sketchbook and not another soul around, just looking out at all of the beauty that is surrounding me. This, to me, is bliss, and so I'm really grateful to be here. Feeling called to draw a representation of what's inside the tree, which feels challenging, but interesting. For me, creative bliss is when I feel open to exploring new ideas and new ways of doing things. It's allowing, if you haven't read Elizabeth Gilbert's book, Big Magic, I highly recommend reading it if you're a creative of any sort. She speaks to this idea of the creative genius, and it's something that I really resonate with. but that sometimes can be hard to find until we really create these spaces where we can turn our minds off. And even then, sometimes it takes a period of like really not being able to enter the space to like come back to it with fresh awareness and perspective. I have no idea where this drawing will take me. I'm definitely doing it in a different way than I typically would. And it feels like there's something beyond me that is moving through me. It's me, but then there's something that is helping me to move my hands. There's an outward inspiration. And it creates this feeling of oneness, and that feeling of oneness is really what I think the experience of bliss is. Even if just a moment in time becoming more than ourselves, allowing more than ourselves to move through our bodies. And that can happen in a number of ways, but I think creativity is such a beautiful and accessible way to access this energy of bliss. Something that I've realized is that we can't stay in this state of bliss all the time. Ultimately, we have responsibilities. We have to feed ourselves and shelter ourselves, and that is more complex than it probably should be in this modern day and age. So there's bliss, and then there's all of the things that we have to do to maintain our bliss and to be able to access these spaces. But I think sometimes where we go wrong is we start to see the things that we need to do to maintain our bliss as more important than the spaces of bliss themselves. And we keep prioritizing the work and the chores and others for this idea that that is necessary, and it is to a certain degree, but it's definitely a delicate balance. And we can't keep sacrificing our bliss in order to maintain it, if that makes any sense. And I feel like that's where I've been at a lot, is sacrificing my bliss in order to try and maintain it. And that's really unfortunate. There's so much beauty out there that I want to move through me. So much beauty out there that I feel inspired to capture. When I create in this way, where I'm not just drawing what I see on the outside, but drawing what I see on the inside, as well as on the outside, it's like I become one with the tree. And maybe I sound crazy, like wackadoodle, but that's what I feel. And as my therapist would say, my feelings are valid. So we're just going to keep on becoming one with this incredible tree that I am literally sitting inside of and seeing inside of in my mind's eye. And I promise you, I am not on drugs today. This is just me. These trees are everything. They are the wisdom keepers of this beautiful state that I live in. And it makes me really, really incredibly sad to see so many of these beautiful old trees being torn down to build cookie cutter houses. But deep in my heart, I know that nature is resilient and it will find a way. It's really humans who should be concerned, even though we are a part of nature, and hopefully we'll find our way too. The world is a crazy place, and I'm just trying to find ways to be happy in such a strange existence and in such a strange society. But I'm finding it. I think I'm figuring it out, and I know that creativity is a massive, massive part of that for me. Like when I'm alone and I'm creating, it's bliss. When I'm creating with others, it's bliss too. It's the closest that I get to bliss with others is when I'm creating something with them. This tree is absolute magic, and I love it. I think maybe some wispies up here too. Oh, hello, lizard. Oh, this is what I got so far. Should I go over this with marker or no? What I feel like I've really gotten from today is we as humans should be spending more time in bliss than in trying to get to bliss. For me, I think that means spending more time here in nature and making art. Like being in nature and making art at the same time it's perfect. I don't know what that means for my responsibilities. I just know that I need more of this, more peace, more enjoying life, enjoying myself. Today's been good, and I'm really grateful to be here. Thank you so much for joining me in this marvelous tree. I appreciate you guys being here and tuning into my creative journey. It means a lot. Don't forget to go outside. Don't forget to do things that you want to do, and primarily do things that you want to do. And I apologize for the airboat sounds, but hopefully they're doing what they want to be doing too. Peace out. Appreciate you guys.